I am a certified spinal corrective and scoliosis practitioner with the Clear Institute, and I work in terms of spinal correction with chiropractic biophysics as well. I'm also credentialed in MRI interpretation and reading, and I've worked with Team USA judo, wrestling. A couple of my stories. One is that my mom has what's called a tertiary scoliosis. She's got 3 curves in her spine, totaling over 90 degrees in curvature, to the point where eventually she had to have a surgery where they took out half of her ribs and put rods from the upper back all the way down to her low back. So I saw how much suffering that caused her over the course of my childhood. I wanted to be able to do something so that people didn't have to suffer like that. But I wasn't necessarily headed towards chiropractic. I was looking at it from more of a different, like more of a medical standpoint, until I was 16 years old and I was a wrestler in high school, and someone took me and flipped me onto my neck and my head, and it was 9 weeks into the season, and I was ranked 0-0 because I was a bad wrestler and I was what's called a bench warmer. And but the guy who was supposed to wrestle on my team in my weight class decided he didn't want to wrestle up against an undefeated guy who eventually went on to win the states. So I get to go up against this animal. Within about 3 seconds, he just destroyed me, and I left that mat. With people carrying me off, and I had to have injections into my neck to reduce the soft tissue swelling on my cord, and I couldn't even feel my hands or my feet. After about 4 weeks of physical therapy, I could turn my head about this much, and I still had neck pain and headaches like someone was stabbing me in my left eye about 23 hours a day. They put me on painkillers and muscle relaxers and anti-inflammatories, and eventually those drugs created enough of a problem in my stomach that I was eating a hole in it, and then the doctor said, well, just take this other pill for the ulcers that the other drugs that we were giving you created. And at some point I was like, this is insanity. I was in so much pain all the time that I was becoming depressed and suicidal. I'd lost a lot of my friends because when you're in pain all the time, you don't want to hang out with people and you act like a bit of a jerk. My best friend, the one who didn't wrestle that week, still my best friend, his dad was a limo driver, and he had a lot of sciatica, low back pain from doing a lot of driving. And he said, you should go to my chiropractor with me. And I said, well, great, what's that? And he goes, well, he'll take your spine and he'll crack it. And I said, no. First of all, my dad's a doctor, and my dad would disown me if I went to someone like that. So I actually did ask. I said to my parents, Jack wants to take me to his chiropractor. And my dad said, over my dead body. And so I did what most 16, 17-year-olds would do after a while, and I snuck out, and I was bagging groceries, and I paid with my own money to go, and I got adjusted, and it started changing the way that I felt, and not just my neck pain and my headaches, but my health overall. I could go into a diatribe for hours about all the benefits that I got out of it, but I said this is what I want to do, and I felt like, okay, well, the spinal corrective care aspect of it with the scoliosis, and so that's kind of what chiropractic picked me. I didn't pick it.